Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to wherever you are in the world. Call me Melie Stephanie. Today, I want to join my voice to the so many other voices out there to say no to violence against women. Did you know 1 out of every 3 women have experienced some form of violence in their lifetime? Did you know 35% of women experience violence at the hands of their current or former partners? Did you also know 71% of human trafficking dictated globally are women and girls? And 3 out of 4 children trafficked are girls? Did you also know 15 million adolescents, female adolescents, experience forced sex at some point in their life? Did you also know 200 million women have undergone female genital mutilation? Did you also know 650 million women alive today were married off at a very young age as children? Oh, yes, my mom is one of those women who got married off as a child at the age of 15. Today, she has 7 children, 6 girls, 1 boy, and 11 grandchildren. I am so proud of my mom. I love her so much. Violence against women and girls is the most widespread form of violation against human rights. It is a deeply rooted global crisis that knows no geographical nor cultural boundaries. Violence against women and girls takes different forms, including sexual assault and harassment, forced marriages, early marriages, forced abortions, forced pregnancies, female genital mutilation, and breast ironing. Yes, I am one of those girls who underwent breast ironing at a very tender age. Maybe because my mom did not know it was violence against me as a girl child. Violence against women and girls not only devastates the women, but it undermines economic development of democratic, just, and peaceful communities. It is so sad how perpetrators of violence always go unpunished. Why? Because our law reforms do not make provisions for fair judgment, and often the victims or the survivors are being stigmatized by the society in general. It is so sad to say most perpetrators of violence against women are men and elderly women on younger girls. Violence against women depreciates the women. It limits their ability to earn a living. It limits their ability to access education. It limits their ability to participate in political and public life. Poverty further exposes them to further violence. Now, how can we remedy such a situation? We have to be proactive and not reactive. By being proactive, we have to prevent violence from occurring and not waiting for it to occur, and we try to manage the survivors or the victims. Being proactive, therefore, implies we have to tackle this situation from the root causes. By so doing, we have to find out the best way to end violence against women and girls from happening in the first place by addressing, educating, and working with young boys and girls at very tender age on promoting respectful relationships and gender equality, creating safer homes and public spaces for girls and women, promoting women emancipation, gender equality, and enjoyment of human rights, ensuring women's economic autonomy and security, increasing women's participation in decision-making power in the home, in politics, and public life. All this also entails creating awareness and community mobilization through direct meetings, mass media, and social media campaigns. It is time to say enough is enough. No more violence against women. We have to put an end to violence against women and the stigmatization of victims. Victims of violence are not supposed to be blamed. Victims of violence are not supposed to be questioned on how they got themselves into those situations. Victims of violence are not supposed to be named and shamed, but their perpetrators are the ones to be named, shamed, and judged. We want fair judgment. We want violence against women, all forms of violence against women, to end. My voice, your voice can make the difference. We not only earn at talking, but we actually have to do it practically. We go into the communities, sensitize the communities, get everybody engaged, especially the men. This time around, we are challenging all men fathers, boys, brothers, uncles, cousins, nephews. We all have to join this movement to end violence against women, because it has come to our notice that most perpetrators of violence against women and girls are from the immediate family or from people close to them. That is domestic violence. And yes, we cannot move forward if the men are not included in this fight. So I challenge you as a man out there, if you're watching me, yes, you, if you're watching me, let your voice be heard that you are against violence against women. When you start, other men will follow. Together, we can end violence against women. Thank you very much for listening.